What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica. It's Tuesday, right? Hope everybody's doing well. Did you guys watch Teddy Riley and Babyface last night? After I was done with all my stuff that I had to do, I was late. I mean, like an hour. Did they go longer than an hour? But I could not get in. It was like 500,000 people in there. It was 500,000 people in there, and I was not able to get in. It kept saying the live is, please try again later or whatever. So we came down here just to talk about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. It was actually a pretty good episode. Nothing, too major. Actually, the girls went on a ski trip, and the ski trip may have been better without Rashida, because I don't know. It may not. I don't know. But they start off where they left off, where Scrap and KK and what's the sister's name? Cheyenne. They were in the kitchen, and KK tells Scrap that Cheyenne is dating Shooter and has been dating Shooter for 2 years. Scrap says that he thinks that's kind of shady, because the relationship started before he even started, hanging around with Scrap. So why wouldn't he tell him that he was screwing his sister? Did I tell you to go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment? Let me know you stopped by. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, and then hit the notification bell twice. How did y'all like the Insecure review? I had to hurry up and do it. I was just sitting at my desk, and I was like, let me just record my thoughts and from my notes on this video, because I'm not going to be able to get down to where I need to go. And yeah, so hope y'all liked it. If you haven't heard my Insecure review, it's only audio, but I was like playing around, and putting the... Anyways, go watch it. Okay, so yeah, so Scrap is like, I don't know why he wouldn't tell me. I think that's kind of shady. I think if you screwing your friend's sibling, you should probably tell them. I think you should. And then, but the thing is, I don't know why Scrap is feeling some type of way. I think that Shooter pretty much lives his life being deceitful to almost everybody in his life, and probably even to himself. Seems like somebody that needs a lot of therapy. Handsome dude, tall, locks, dark skin, you know what I'm saying? But he ain't shit. He ain't worth shit. And if you believe that he is going to be honest with you, Scrap, you are sadly mistaken. When people live their life dishonest with everybody that they come in contact with, they don't know who decipher from what. I need to keep everything from everybody. And I don't like the way that Shooter was acting like him, and what it is that Kaomi is the hot new young thing, you know what I'm saying? And so that's who he is saying is his favorite, right? And KK says, I heard he was, you doing all this, but I heard he was out here with someone else. She was like, who, since you know so much, who is he out here with? KK said, I don't know, some bitches. Girl, anybody, pick. Pick who your dude is with. These niggas ain't choosy, okay? They not. They really not. Honey, anybody that will throw their legs to the moon, a nigga will dive right into it, girl. They will. I'm sorry. They try to act like they got, It don't work like that. You know why I know? You know how I know? Go on, if you're single, go on a dating app and go on Tinder, and specifically go on Tinder, and you will see that there are men who swipe right on everybody, bitch. He put all his damn Rod and Reel, all of them in the damn river, trying to see what fool is going to bite. They swipe right on everything. Bop, bop, bop. Whoever is willing, because at the end of the day, it's up to us, right? Because if it's not, then he's going to jail. And anybody who's willing to be a fool for a night, girl, them niggas click everything. Right. I'm telling you, I know, okay? You know how I know? And it's sad because you don't want women to believe like, the guy that you're with, I don't want to be like, he doesn't believe that you're special, but you're no different from any other woman. It's sad when women, like, they get into arguments with each other about a man, and then the girl feels a certain kind of way because, say, the other girl doesn't look anything like her. Honey, anybody will do. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to tell you, anybody will do. Anybody who's going to put up with the shit, anybody who's going to deal with it, anybody will do. You'll get tired of it. When you're tired of it, you'll be through too. That's why he's single. That's why, they don't be single. I was going to say that's why they be single, but they be single. They don't be single. Not the other person in the relationship doesn't know that their partner is single. So, obviously, Cheyenne, and I don't know how Cheyenne could not think that she was single in her relationship, because this man has not publicly acknowledged your relationship in 2 years. It's nothing there. There's nothing there. He's not honest, right? With Kaomi, he seems to be clear on, I'm in this open relationship, I'm dealing with women, but she has an idea that she's number one. She's number one. And that's so weird to me, because I'm like, no, you're not number one. You are another one. Okay? I don't know why these bitches. You know who's number one? His ass is number one, goddammit. He's looking out for number one. He's not looking out for you. He's not looking out for the other one. He's not looking out for nobody but number one. Numero uno. Okay? So don't get that shit twisted. I don't like to tell people not to think that they're special in their relationship, but bitch, if he ain't shit, you ain't special. And what you need to do, I almost knocked this thing down. I hit the little cord. What you need to do is be ain't shit too. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be encouraging that, huh? I should be like, okay, go find yourself and learn who you are so that you can be receptive to some other nigga who ain't shit. But, honey, Chicana is a girl after my own heart with her little jack-o'-lantern looking face, her oatmeal pie face. Something about Chicana I like. Anyway, so Kiki, what's her name? KK. She gonna tell, I don't know. She was like, well, y'all figure it out, because y'all just need to pay me my money, period. I don't care what y'all figure out. So, then what was crazy was, I don't know if you noticed, but first, Scrap was all about, yeah, that's my sister. Why wouldn't you tell me he's being shady and this and that, right? That's his sister, right? They have the same father. But do you see how quickly Scrap aligned with Shooter when it was time to protect who else he was fucking outside of his sister? Did you see that? Did you see that? Because at first he was all concerned, this nigga, he out here screwing my sister. That's my sister. He should have told me. When KK says, oh, he got other bitches out in these Atlanta streets. Who? And then he said, well, I wish he would have told me. This is Scrap. I wish he would have told me something. Because Scrap, he out and about. And then even KK go, if he anywhere with Scrap, child, you know what they into. What's up, Scrap? This is Cheyenne. What's going on? What's going on with Shooter? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, now you don't know? Now you don't know? I thought you was trying to protect your sister. Y'all niggas be performing, honey. Out here in the middle of the court performing. Clowns, jesters of the court. Clowns. He aligned so fast with Shooter. I was like, damn, that was... Okay, we see where your loyalty lies. Your loyalty lies with allowing this man to walk around. I feel like Scrap set that whole event up, because the way he was talking to Cheyenne, like, just sit down, right? He knew that Shooter was going to come up to that game spot, whatever they was doing with Jock. He knew he was coming up there with Kaomi. He knew he was coming, because that's why he was really, really calm. He was like, just calm down. Just sit right here and don't make a scene. But I feel like that was a setup. And I would have just told her, yeah, he's dating another girl. He's dating a few girls that I know of. You probably should not date him. You should probably break up with him. But no, instead of really protecting his sister and really protecting her from the pain that she's about to experience, he aligned with Scrap and won't tell his sister nothing that he knows about Scrap. I was like, oh, these niggas ain't shit. Ain't shit. Ain't shit. Safari and Erica was in the scene when they went, but the girls went to where did they go? Somewhere to the mountains where they were around snow and stuff. And it was Chicana, Sierra with her Hello Kitty face. All her features is right smack dab in the middle of her face. Everybody always trying to figure out, like, what's wrong with Sierra's face? All her features is right there, like Hello Kitty. Okay. What's her name? Carly Red, Bambi. Who else? It was somebody else there. Oh, and Spice and Mimi. And they all went, and you know what? On their way there, Spice and Chicana had some words. Spice is not feeling Chicana, and we figure out it's because that Chicana is not keeping her promises to Spice. And Spice feels like she is not a priority when Chicana makes promises to her. She's supposed to be helping Chicana find a home in Atlanta so she can build a home for her children and bring them out here. Or are they in Jamaica? Or are they just in another state? I'm not sure. Y'all correct me in the comments. Let me know. Is Spice's children in another state, or are they actually in Jamaica? And she needs to go get them, right? Because she's come to the United States to make a better life for her children. I believe they're in Jamaica. But correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. But she's kind of upset because, and I understood exactly where the whole time they were in this cabin or wherever they were, when they were in this cabin, wherever they went, it was actually a good, you know, they had their bickering. It was like real relatable, I should say. It was very relatable, where they're on their way up there and Chicana's like, Spice is saying, I'm not feeling Chicana. And they're like, why? And she was like, I'm not feeling. So they finally all get there. Chicana's there already with her. She's so cute to me. I don't know what it is. She's so cute. I don't know about her body though, but her face is so cute. And I really like how she is just very much, she's just gonna say it. Like, she's very unfiltered, and I appreciate that in a person. I appreciate that character trait, an unfiltered character trait in a person. What is going on in the field over there? Anyway, so she gets there and she's like saying hi to everybody. Everybody's hugging Chicana because Chicana's already there. The chef is there getting everything together. And Chicana is just standing on the other side of the counter, and not Chicana, Spice. Spice is standing on the other side of the counter, and Chicana's like, girl, what's up? Well, like, I'm not gonna get a hug? Like, what's the tea? You know what I'm saying? And she's like, girl, whatever. Like, I'm not feeling you right now. And it's like, what? She was like, no, Chicana, I'm not talking to you. I'm good right now. And you be laughing, and Chicana is funny because it's like, that might be something that, if she's nervous, she laughs. Chicana's like, it's not funny. My feelings are really hurt. And then Mimi, I'm just conflating all of their trip together because they really had a good time. It looked like they really had a good time. They did the snow fight. They did the inner tubes going down the hill with the snow. And Mimi was like, I'm going back again. That was fun. And everything looked fun. It would look typical. You know, you got, in your group of girlfriends, you got somebody who's kind of not feeling somebody, and then they need to talk it out, right? And that's the opportunity. So I thought it was really good. Bambi was good. She contributed to the scene. Bambi, Bambi was feeling sick on the way to the place, and Bambi was like, okay, well, let's take a drink first. Let's take a shot first before we, take these pregnancy tests. They stop and get pregnancy tests. Bambi says, if I'm going to take a pregnancy test, everybody needs to take a pregnancy test. Bambi said she thought because she was breastfeeding, she couldn't get pregnant. Girl, what? You better stop listening to Auntie M. Bitch. You better stop. But we all know that Bambi is pregnant, and her and Scrappy did a gender reveal. Hopefully their child, it identifies with the gender they are assigned as birth, because gender reveals are so fucked up. You want a boy, you may not get one. You may not get one, bitch. Yeah, okay, let me just shut up. That's another conversation for another day. Anyway, so they sitting down. Chicana was like, giving Chicana and Carly and Spice are picking at Chicana, and Chicana notices it right away. I don't know why Carly is mad at Chicana, but I can understand why Spice is mad at Chicana. When your friends make promises, I think it's important, and some people have to learn how to do it, but I think it's very, very important to honor your commitments. I just think it is. I think it's some of us fail, and it's okay. We don't always hit the mark, you know what I'm saying? But I think for the most part, you should attempt to honor commitments with people that you make. If you're going to take this girl out to look at houses so she can make a better place for her family, so be it, right? Okay. Oh, okay. That's better, huh? If she asked her to take her 2 places, asked her to do 2 things for her, and Chicana dropped the ball. She left her hanging. And nobody likes a flake. Like, I don't want to be friends with a flake. I don't want to be friends with a flake. And then, so Carly, I don't know why Carly. So Sierra, at one point, she calls Shooter to check on her kids. Everybody checking on their kids. Mimi's checking on little Stevie J. That little baby looked like, not little baby, but her daughter and Stevie J look just alike. And what happened after that? And so, they're doing a lot of little things. So they all take their pregnancy test. They're all putting out, and everybody's pregnancy test is anonymous, right? So you're going to mark your pregnancy test so you know which one is yours. And then we're going to see what's going on. So, bitch, so Bambi went, and she, as I said, Bambi did good in this. She went and looked at the pregnancy test, and she knew which one was hers, and she saw that she was pregnant. So she switched it around, right? So that Sierra can pick it up, right? Baby. So Bambi went to take another test, and we found it. We already know. Okay. So when they go get the pregnancy test, so they all picking up their pregnancy test, and they look at, and then what's the name says, oh, it's Sierra. Sierra, you're the one who's pregnant. Sierra's looking at the thing. She was like, bitch, and she just broke down crying. Like, what? No, I can't be pregnant. Like, bitch, I got shit to do. I cannot be pregnant. I cannot be pregnant. She started crying. Bitch, when I say she was boo-hooing, she was boo-hooing. She did not want to be pregnant. She was like, bitch, I need a drink. After they told her it was a prank. That shit was so fucking classic, and it was so funny. But the fact that your first reaction, you crying, it's not time. You crying because you found out you was pregnant. You don't want to be pregnant or have a baby with a fuck nigga that you keep going back and forth with, right? Because we've already said that, folks are allowed to go back and forth in relationships. You know what I'm saying? But if it's abusive, no. We don't encourage that. And I think that cheating on somebody is abusive. That's emotional abuse. And if you're having sex with somebody, that's physical abuse. You know what I'm saying? Because you can come back and bring this person, some disease or an infection or a virus that they cannot get rid of. You know what I'm saying? So she was crying. Bitch, that shit was so funny. It was so funny to me. I was laughing. I was laying down and dozing off to sleep, and I was just chuckling because, bitch, I get it. I get it. Bitch, I get it. And how many people can relate? How many women can relate? You get pregnant, you like, oh, shit. Oh, well, girl. So they were like, you wouldn't want to have a baby with, what's his name? And she was like, no, not unless we're married. Okay, good. That's good. And she was like, and I got stuff to do. I got shit going on with my kids already, and she was, hello, Crow. She was 15 when she had her first child. So, she's like, your child is in high school now. gaining some independence. You have one little, she got another little boy, right? The little boy is not here for Kiyomi at all. He's looking like, girl, I don't want your spaghetti with ketchup in it. Are you serious? I was like, did she just put ketchup in the spaghetti sauce? I mean, I get it to a certain extent, but bitch, just add tomato sauce and some sugar if that's the case. If that's, don't nobody want, because ketchup has a distinct taste. You have to have, you know, if, I don't know, it's already sweet, but it still has that acidity of a tomato. But then you're going to add more sugar and you just squeeze some high fructose corn syrup in your shit, girl. I was like, well, she probably in her early 20s, girl. You lucky she cooking, okay? Well, they said down in Atlanta, they be waiting for the men in the produce aisle telling them, I'll cook for you. Y'all be on a search for a straight man in Atlanta. Any nigga will do. As long as he's straight, girl, he ain't. And so, Sierra is crying. She was like, no, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to have a baby right now. It's just not my thing. Bambi says it was a prank. She was like, girl, I need a drink after that. That was really, really, really funny. I think the next morning, they are in the kitchen or something like that, and they start talking, and Chicana mentions something about men, right? They start crying. Everybody starts crying because they said these men ain't shit. Chicana said they don't have any rules. So I tell you, they don't have no code of ethics, no code of conduct, no code of ethics. It's no rules. Anything goes. And they not held accountable because of the size society that we live in. When she said they don't have no rules, I said that's exactly what it is. No rules and no consequences. Kind of like the cops. Just going through, harming people in their path and not realizing that all these women were crying. Like, I was crying, bitch. Could you not relate? Could you not relate? Chicana was like, they don't have no, look at these men. She was like, and look at you, and then they come home and they'll cheat on you and then come home and beat your ass. Look at you, Mimi. You look at Stevie. Look how Stevie did you. Look how Stevie did you. This was what Chicana was saying. I said, come on, Chicana, bitch. But Rashida's ass should have been there. Tiny's ass should have been there. I said, Chicana has these very firm beliefs about men, right? She's done with men because she's been in relationships and they've abused her. So she's done. And she just is basically crying, and Spice is crying. Mimi's crying.
What you been through, baby?
I've been to the point that mentally and physically abused me, and I don't want to deal with it.
That's why you don't date?
So I've been in 2 different abusive relationships.
They put you in a box where you're supposed to be doing everything, right? And they still be up on you. I don't with these. And then they can you and have y'all beefing with each other. It's a lot with these men.
Who else? Carly's crying. Look at you. And she told Mimi, look at you, Mimi. Look at what Stevie J put you through.
They disrespectful. They everybody. It ain't no rules to them. He'll be out another hoe and come beat your ass because he out. It's not right.
What we do is sit up here and talk about a man. It's so up how we built up from children up that we got to have a man.
Oh, I want the man with the money. Oh, I want this. That man with the money come with so many problems, so much. What he did to you? Bought a bitch Jocelyn around you after you done got that bit with him. Got his baby. The whole strip on you. You know how many women ain't got to take care of their children like this girl said she had to take her to children by herself?
He went and got some stripper bitch and brought her in your face and all this other stuff. I was like, what? Bitch, Rashida's ass needed to be there because Chicana was like, y'all, and then everybody's life is centered around men. It's all about get a man, 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 get a man. No. When a girl like it is, it's like you tell these girls, get a man, get a man, get a man, and I don't know. I was just like, it's sad, and I don't understand, and because people don't care. I was just like, they just don't care about women, but what you gonna do? Some men do. Okay, don't get your some not all ass in my comments. Please don't get your some not all ass in my comments. Don't do it, okay? Because what do I always say? It's never all, but it is always some, okay? Always some. So don't get your ass down in my comments and it's not all men. It's not all men. Get your not all ass and speak up for these women who are getting abused by these sums. Do that. That's Earl. Okay? Do that. While y'all in the comments talking about it's not all niggas, it's not all men. Get your not all ass on a platform and tell these some niggas that they need to get their shit together. But where there's no consequence because it's one fool waiting. It's one fool waiting. And so they was crying and everything. It was really sad. It was sad because all of these, and I thought to myself, I wonder what Chicana says to Tiny about how T.I. treats her, because T.I. is really toxic. It's just, do you ever listen to his podcast? Don't, honey. That when I tell you, and he's younger than Tiny. I was like, he's younger than you too. Ugh. He's really toxic. He really is. It's really bad. It's really archaic. It's really bad. And for someone who touts himself as being, smart and all this other stuff, you don't know. And when he said he didn't know what patriarchy was, a mess. And Rashida's ass, maybe that was good Rashida wasn't there, because what's her name would have said, turn around and said, Kirk had a baby, 5 babies on you, because you only got 2 kids with his ass. And he done had 5 babies on you. No, 3. We'll say 3, because he had 2 before Rashida. And what's his name is, well, according to Rashida's fake age, she's 10 years older than Kirk's son. Right? Because he's 29. And Rashida's 38. What is that? Oh, 39? Rashida's 38. What is that? 9 years? 10, 11 years? Your bitch is 11 years older than your oldest child. That's gross, my nigga. That's gross. That is fucking gross. Right? You go into a relationship with Rashida at 17, 18 years old and say, I got a 10-year-old. You got 2. Let me not even get on Kirk and Rashida because they weren't even there. They were not even there. So Jock has this little thing at, Jock is trying to get, trying to do community stuff. I guess because he's on the radio and stuff like that. So he's going to have game night at whatever this little, what is his business called? Miami Nights or something like that. Anyways, so they're going to have game night. Scrap is there with Cheyenne. Erica Mena, Safari show up. Jock is there. Some other woman, I don't know. They're trying to introduce her to the show. I don't know what her name is. Mia, I don't know. Jock said that he used to mess with her a long time ago. Jock even looked like Jock messed with Cheyenne. Jock is a whore too. That's another hoe. Like, these niggas is hoes on this show. Like, straight up. It's nothing. And they're really tramps. A bunch of goddamn tramps. Child. And you see next week, what's his name? Bosco? BK? What's his name? Sierra calls BK. He sound like he was in the hot tub with somebody. Girl, you can't even go away for a motherfucking weekend and your nigga got his dick in another bitch. Girl, just say no. Just say fucking no. And what you gonna do? Go back and forth with the nigga. Don't go back and forth if it's abusive. Just don't do that. If it's causing you your sanity to the point where you breaking down crying, you know what your options are when you pregnant. A woman knows. Men know. Everybody knows. And you sitting up here crying. Girl, I'll be down at the Planned Parenthood so fast. Shit. Anyway, anywho. And so they're at the game night. Scrap shows up with Cheyenne. They sitting there talking. Shooter walks in, bitch, dressed alike, look like he going to Magic Mountain, my nigga. He dressed alike with Kaomi. They both got on white and gold. I don't know why y'all all dressed up to the game night, but whatever. And even Safari was like, will you come? Bitch, this ain't no side thing. This ain't no, oh, it just started thing. Y'all come into the spot dressed alike. That shit is serious. Bitch, they was dressed alike. That shit was so funny. So Cheyenne, she was like, what the hell? So Scrap was like, just sit down. Don't worry about it. Just sit down. She was like, So she gets up and she was like, what's up? What's going on? And he was like, acting stupid. It's like, I don't understand. Do y'all find the man who he can barely talk? First of all, he never finishes a word in his sentences. No word ever is completed. Understand? That nigga doesn't enunciate for shit. I don't know if his tongue is fat or what the fuck, but he sounds ignorant when he speaks. And I don't know what it is. Maybe he's just got a thick dick, and that's just what it is. Maybe that's what it is. And I don't know. If that's the case, don't fall in love with you. This is not good advice, but just use the dude. If that's the case, you don't need to be. I don't know. I'm not giving no advice. You do what you want to do. Sit on however many dicks you want and fall in love with however many niggas you want. Don't let them treat you bad. I know it's hard. But you got to make a decision to be like, I'm not dealing with this stuff. You get tired one day. Chicana's like, I don't even want to deal with men at all. I don't want to deal with them because they don't have any rules. There's no code of conduct. They don't have any rules. And I agree with her. I was like, I agree with Chicana. I don't care. When she be on Al Madison's show talking about all men are gay, I'll be like, girl, they are. Some, not all. Y'all take care of each other and protect your energy. They get into a fight, you know what it is, and she ain't gonna do nothing. She was like, Kaomi was like, we share. Girl, shut your dumb ass up. Shut up, Kaomi, because when the next young tender come through town, shooter's on to the next, because he's looking out for number one, honey, and you just another one, bitch. All right, y'all, take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me really what you think about Chicana's outlook and her perspective on, you know, what is your opinion on Chicana's perspective on men? I really wish that Tiny and Rashida were there so she could have told them. And look at you, look how Stevie J did you, look how Kirk did you, look how T.I. did you, look how they did you. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, y'all, take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.